Hey, lovelies. Today episode is going to be a little different. This isn't really a heavy produced episode. This isn't a deep leadership conversation. This isn't one of those episodes where I'm trying to sound polished or perfect. Today I just want to speak from my heart because this is my second Mother's Day without my mom physically here. And honestly, Mother's Day feels different when grief becomes part of your life. It changes things. And I know I'm not the only person feeling that way right now. I know there are people listening today who are grieving their mothers, missing their mothers, thinking about their mothers, or simply trying to get through this day emotionally. So today I just wanted to sit with you for a little while. You know, grief is such a strange journey because life keeps moving, people keep celebrating, the world keeps going, but a part of you quietly realizes something important is missing. And sometimes it's not even the big moments that hit the hardest. Sometimes it's the little things, a phone call, a certain phrase, a laugh, a recipe, a birthday text, advice you used to hear, the sound of their voice. Sometimes grief shows up in the smallest moments. And honestly, Mother's Day can bring all of that back to the surface, especially when everybody around you is celebrating, right? And if I'm being honest, there are moments where I still catch myself wanting to call my mom. Moments where sometimes something happened and my first instinct is I need to tell my mother. And then reality settles in again. And grief is complicated like that. Because some days you feel okay and other days it hits you out of nowhere, right? A song, a memory, a smell, a holiday, a picture. And suddenly your heart feels heavy again. But one thing I'm learning is this. There is no perfect way to grieve. There is no timeline for healing. There is no correct way to miss someone. And sometimes people expect grief to disappear after a certain amount of time. But love doesn't work that way. When someone matters deeply to you, their absence will always be deeply felt. And honestly, I think we need to give ourselves more grace, right? Give ourselves more grace, especially on days like this. And today, I really want to speak to anyone listening who may be struggling emotionally this Mother's Day. Maybe this is your first Mother's Day without your mom. Maybe it's your 10th. Maybe your relationship with your mother was complicated. Maybe you're grieving quietly and nobody even realized it. I just want you to know you are not alone. Please be gentle with yourself today. If you need to cry, cry. If you need quiet, take quiet. If you need rest, rest. And if today feels emotionally heavy for you, that does not make you weak. It makes you human. One thing grief has taught me is how deeply connected love and loss really are. Because the reason grief hurts so deeply is because love exists deeply. And honestly, missing someone is sometimes evidence of how meaningful they were in your life, right? That love does not disappear. Even when someone is no longer physically here, love leaves fingerprints on our lives. in the way we think, in the way we speak, the way we love others, the way we keep going. And I know my mother's love still lives in me so many ways. And to every mother listening today, happy Mother's Day. Whether you are exhausted, trying your best, holding everything together quietly, raising children, supporting your family, or simply surviving a difficult season. I want you to know your love matters, even when it feels unnoticed. And before I end this episode, I just want to say this one more time. If today feels heavy for you, please know you are not alone. Be gentle with yourself today. Give yourself permission to feel whatever you feel. And remember, healing does not mean forgetting, right? Love does not end because someone is gone physically. And some of the people we miss the most continue living inside of us every single day. Thank you for sitting with me today. And from my heart to yours, happy Mother's Day. This is Sharon, and thank you for listening to Expressions of Sharon.